out the video. Okay, well, what we did was we pulled a toilet here in Cowboys here at the club here in Oklahoma City, and as you can see, it was rocking. One of our rails, let me clean this up a little bit so you can see, we've got a PVC flange here, and one of our rails has broke on us. So what we need to do is need to clean all this wax off and get this thing cleaned up real quick. And I'm going to do this real fast here because I got a putty knife, and we're going to clean this guy up. And let me clean this up here. Go ahead and clean this rest of this nasty stuff off. And also, while we're doing this, I'm going to change out this other side, the bolt, because the bolt itself will need to be changed out. And that side looks like it's okay, but that's not going to matter because our little part that we're going to use fixes both sides of that. Okay. So we've got it cleaned up. Cleaned up as much as it needs to be. So now we have our part, which is, this is 3D Plumbing Products Toilet Flange Repair Kit. It's a new product. As you can see, it's 2 halves of a clamshell, and it comes with the bolts and a little Allen kit to put it in. So what we're going to do is we're going to unpackage this, and neat thing about this is it shows on the back side, it shows instructions. With the very first part of it says remove old wax with a putty knife. Okay, that's what we did. Clean area. We'll clean it a little bit, but we can do some of the cleaning afterwards. But anyway, this is what we're going to do now. So I'm going to unpackage this. And we're going to unpackage it. We got our screws and we got our 2 flange tabs here. And we're going to take this right here and we're going to see if these guys will just go on. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty, might go on just by tapping it. Don't have to, okay, we got it to go on. Well, it seems like something's actually caught underneath this flange. So there we go. Oh, look, a penny. Somebody must have tried to shim this at one point in time. There's some rocks under here too. Well, I'm going to clean these out with this putty knife because we kind of want this surface kind of smooth under there. We don't want it having lumps in it. So let me get this cleaned out real quick. We'll try it one more time. So we're going to put our guy on there. We're going to tap him on just slightly. You can use I wouldn't recommend hitting with a hammer real tight, but you can use a rubber mallet or whatever. We got the one flange piece on. Let's go to the other side. If I can't get the other side on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate this guy around. Since I was able to get him on there, I'll just go ahead and rotate this guy completely around here. I might use my putty knife here and tap this guy around there. May even need a screwdriver. Let me grab a screwdriver real quick. Well, you know what? If I didn't have the screwdriver in my pocket, it would have been real quick. But here we go. We're back to fixing this, and what we'll do is we'll take this screwdriver and we'll just slightly tap this guy around here till the rails line up, because we're actually going to replace this, as we don't want the other set of rails to break later. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace both. And that's what this product does. So we want to push this around till these line up as such. And then this one pretty much tapped on. Make sure those go under. This goes on top. The small hole goes under. And there we go. And she is in there. Okay, and it comes with a kit. This guy is pretty tight. it comes with 2 flathead screws that hold this guy together, and then it comes with some grub screws to take up any play that should be in this flange. But and my gloves are getting getting wax on. I didn't clean it up good enough. So this guy holds, there we go, line up as such, and we will use the Allen head that's provided with the product, and we will put this guy in here just like such, and we will find the second one, which there's a second flat head, and we will put that in as such. Okay, and do we have steel bolts around here? I'm going to change latex gloves right now because these are pretty nasty. I don't want it all over my phone. So instead of handing it to me, you just, okay. So I'm going to change gloves here, but you see the product's on, and there's no give up or down in it, so we really don't need these grub screws that come with it. But I'll just for instructional purposes, I will show you how they go on. And understand, I work pretty fast at this. I've been doing this for 24 years. So these grub screws go right in here, and they go just like such, and there's one here, and one here. There's 4 of them. And if there's any play in this guy right here, up or down, just tighten these little guys in there until it takes up that play. And as you can see, there's no play, and so it just goes in flush. And the other ones, we don't need them, so we're not going to use them on this. So, and at the point right now, we put our bolts in. We put our bolts in here. I always take, and I use 2 sets of steel bolts. I use one to secure the flange, or the bolts to the flange, so they stand up straight when we go to set the toilet back. And here's the side that's broke, so she goes right in there where she needs to go. And where is my, and we will tighten this guy up, you know, make sure they're straight across here. And okay, bolt's almost tight. There she goes. She is tight. And we'll do the same with this other guy over here. We'll put him on there, and then you want to get this guy in here, and you want to follow around here. Since this guy still has the old rail in there, we'll just use that old rail for support also. That's why this one's taller than this one, but it doesn't really matter, because as long as we have something to bolt the toilet to when we set it, then we're good. So we take the wax ring and put the wax ring. We'll have to unhook the wax ring here. And this is a, if you'll pan up here, this is a top spud toilet, which means it has an actual flush valve that comes out of the wall here. And so it works the same with just a regular toilet as it does with this flush valve, because the bottoms are the same. They just have an adapter that takes a top spud, and you'll see that here in just a second when we hook this toilet back up. So there she goes right there. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. And, oh, get all that nasty stuff. Yeah, they need to clean in here. As a matter of fact, we got here right before they were getting ready to clean for the day. So we can't really blame them, because they clean this guy every day after they're open, and we just happen to be over here on a... Okay, so we're going to set the toilet down on here. Now that the bolts are out, okay, and then we're going to get it here, and we're going to tighten these up and hook it up, and then we'll do a thing over here in a second. Okay, and there's our toilet. It is flushed and set and everything, and it doesn't move at all, and all because of the 3D Plumbing Products Toilet Flange Repair Kit. Just like the instructions said on the back. So Okay.